No, 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 no. Bang! No, 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 no,
Hello, and welcome to this review of Avatar. As always, I'm your host, Captain Jackhammer, and thank you for joining me. Avatar was created by James Cameron, and the first 90 minutes of Avatar is fantastic, a full immersion of technological wonder. The other 72 minutes are less and less terrific. Cameron's story, which has been kicking around in his head for decades, becomes intentionally grueling in its heavily telegraphed narrative turn towards genocidal anguish, grim echoes of Vietnam-style firefights, and the inevitable payback time and sequel setup. Avatar takes place in the year 2154, on a planet known as Pandora. It's a time of great strife for Earth, as ecologically the Earth is kaput. A mineral known as unobtainium lies beneath the sacred lands of the planet's native people, the highly developed Na'vi, who have a very uneasy relationship with the occupying forces. And American corporate interests are intent on relocating the thin blue savages one way or another. Though the Na'vi adversaries aren't meant to be U.S. military personnel, Avatar unmistakably pits the peace-loving blue thins, who are fleet of foot and deft with a bow and arrow, against Americans in uniform. Much of the battlefield imagery recalls the firefights and wrenching civilian casualties of the Vietnam War. Our hero is a paraplegic ex-Marine, Jake Sully, played by actor Sam Worthington, who takes over his late brother's job as part of the Avatar program on Pandora. This means he physically controls the movements of his Na'vi-like avatar while confined to a coffin-like container. The program, originally designed for botany research, is overseen by none other than a tough as Ripley in Aliens boss, played by Sigourney Weaver. By matrixing his way into an alter ego, Jake regains metaphoric control over his legs and his life. He's a changed man once he tastes Na'vi life and love with the Cobalt warrior Neytiri, played by the lovely Zoe Saldana. Jake realizes much too late that the Weasley corporate drone, played by Genevieve Ribisi, and the leader of the mercenaries, Colonel Quaritch, played by Stephen Lang, have no interest in anything but carnage and profits. How big of a force is James Cameron in Hollywood? Big enough so that if anyone did try to talk him out of laying on the Iraq War parallels, he didn't listen. The slaughter of the Na'vi and the subsequent rabble-rousing pushback dominate the second ham-fisted half of Avatar, making this one of the most violent peacenik fables since the trial of Billy Jack. At one point, Lang's character says, "I want this mission tight. I want to be home for dinner." Well, at coming in just over 3 hours long, it's going to be a late dinner. So the movie is a little long, but it's also simplistic and easy to follow. And so was Cameron's The Abyss, which tried to push visual effects to a new realm and didn't quite succeed. This one does. Cameron's a filmmaker that drives you nuts. Titanic may have been one of the worst written films ever made, but Cameron has cinema and a persuasive brand of myth-making that always captivates us. Avatar gets a 9.5 out of 10. A great movie that keeps your interest throughout and is sure to take home some Oscars. But over the course of 3 hours, there are times when you're watching it where you feel like you're in a marathon. So make sure before you sit down, you go to the bathroom. Thanks for watching. I'm Captain Jackhammer, and I will see you next time.